Oh, hi, before Tank Girl, the Wraith, what's up? What's up? Oh, didn't it though? Looks gorgeous. We're actually listening to some Sid music on her right now. This comes from Mad Planets. Simon Nicole? Salamander Software. I was actually looking for something else. Here's some mule music. You remember Roy Glover. Web interface with the Commodore 64 Ultimate allows me to load up SID files from my PC and then play them through the unit. But I haven't organized everything yet. We're getting there. But we're going to play some Pool of Radiance. D&D Gold Box, the very first Gold Box game. We're going to play that tonight. We're going to finish up our December. Oh, hi, Tex. What's up, my friend? What do you know about HVSC? The Wraith? Give me more, because I only know that I saw it and I downloaded it. I'm gonna play some Mule eventually as well. Nope, that's not right. There it is. It's everybody's Sunday night. We've had to do this for the last couple of weeks, by the way. We've done Sunday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And the reason for that is we've had short weeks on the Play Retro Show where we're doing it Tuesday nights instead of Wednesday nights. Is that enough nights for you? Sub Wunderbrat, give us a sub. Thank you very much, Wunderbrat, and welcome in. Also got to figure out why my bot seems to think that subs are follows. Who's putting that out there? Which bot is it? Is it Barrix? Or is it the Nubit? It's gotta be one of the two. Right now I'm just posting to the social medias and we're about to go live. Also got some questions for you. I've got questions. Wonder says, been missing your streams for the last couple of weeks, but I'm here now. Yeah, I can't blame you for missing me because it's been a little bit all over the place during the holidays, right? I miss you too. Poor Tank Girl says, I remember being so excited when they started making every electronic device transparent in blue. Yeah, I know, right? Me too. Me too. It's so sexy. It's sexy. Make it purple, make it whatever, make it rain. Purple rain? Mm-mm. Okay. Almost there. We can party. We can party, I say. Like it's party like it's 19 of 9. 99. Oh no. Yeah. That's what I wanted. I'm even posting on Facebook. Jeez. I must be feeling generous tonight. Pretty excited. I got my Firewire card in. But why, Brian? But why? Chris, but Tex, what did you do for Christmas? Oh man, what didn't I do for Christmas? I've been so busy, Tex. It's been insane. But I mostly was working on my streaming setup, right? We're gonna talk about, like I said, we're gonna talk about this in a second. Right before Tank Girl. Before Tank Girl can confirm, doing good, practicing with my new pen on the iPad. Turns out you can spend $9 instead of $100 and still be able to draw well. That is great. I've actually wanted to do something I said I would do last year, which is to draw on stream. And I have a Wacom Intuos Pro that I've had forever, and once the iPad came along, I kind of just started doing that. But I was thinking, wouldn't it be easier if while I'm streaming I use this? Because I could do with the iPad, and I got an iPad capture card thing and everything, but I've never been terribly thrilled with how that works. I think I'm going to go back to my ClipPaint Studio and use my Wacom Intuos to do some drawing, which I'm totally used to. Like if you learned a long time ago how to draw on a tablet and look at a screen while making it work, it makes sense to move it that way. Okay. Hold to your butts, as they say. Fine adjustments. Fine, very fine. Very fine adjustments. Still not enough. All right. Now we'll do some big moves. Hold on, everybody. Oh, it's terrifying. Still not in the center? I need to be less micro and more macro. All right. Oh, yeah, still in the center. I can do that, right? All right. Okay. Hey, everybody. Brain Trust. How's it going? Hope you're having a good Sunday night. I know I am. Oh, another thing, too, is I got to turn my teleprompter on so I can see you guys' conversations without having to look over at the OBS. Chat is over that now. Got that? All right. Ray says you couldn't just move your chair. I could just move my chair. That does make sense. But if I move my chair, Monica, all right, if I move my chair, Monica, you got to consider everything else that's going to be off. So my keyboard will be at a different position. My stream deck will be at a different place. My cameras, my rear camera, so I can move it. My monitor in front, everything would be off. Besides, I know that my camera moved, so I know that that's the problem. So this is the color that I'm doing right now. So I adjusted all of my lights at the very bottom. I could go a little lower, but at the very bottom they felt comfortable at 32K, or yeah, 3200K for the temperature, right? Oh, it's hot. So that's more warm than cool. So I adjusted that, and then I went into my Sony A6 and I set it to do the white balance instead of doing the auto white balance, because sometimes lights adjust as I got a screen in front of me. They can sometimes blow out some stuff. So I try to get my white balance where I want it to be, and because like I said, lights change in here that are not related to the studio lights. So I set that to 32, right? I set the white balance to 32, or 3200K. This is what it looks like with the auto white balance. So you tell me, Move the room 4 inches to the left. It's a brilliant move before Tinker. Okay, you tell me. This is what I set it to. I got like, it's like when you set a mixer, you kind of like, you set everything at 0. You kind of go across the board, and then you kind of like make your final, you know, your little adjustments and granular adjustments. So, okay. This is what I thought would be right. Cameras detecting at 32. Lights are projecting at 32. Getting some radiant light from the monitors, but hopefully not too much since I'm kind of further away, and I've kind of cranked the lights up louder than the monitors themselves. All right. Point is, this is the auto white balance. I do sometimes lock the focus. I can do an auto exposure lock too, so that it doesn't like I set it to shutter speed of 1 out of 60 or 160, and the reason why is because my TVs run about that, and that keeps it from doing that flickering thing. And then I set my ISO, since I got a really good lens on this thing. It's got like an f of 1.4, right? So it can handle low light. And I set the ISO to 160, which is what would recommended. Speeds, if your shutter speed is at 60, then your ISO should be 120, 180, something like that. So I had a step. It allowed me to step to 160, so I did that. All right. Anywho, let's get to this part. So I set my white balance to a very specific color temperature, but this is the auto white balance. This is the auto white balance. To me, I feel like I'm too orange. But maybe it's my monitor, right? Maybe my monitor is fooling me. Yes, the focus I do not focus lock, because I allow the focus to, because the reason why I don't focus the lock is because I don't do autofocus lock is because if I do this, I like for the camera to pick it up, right? So I need that stuff up close. So that's the reason why I don't do the autofocus lock. Yeah, see, I thought it was a bit orange too, so I thought the white balance, auto white balance, is a little bit skews to the orange a little too much for me. So like I said, I went to a color temperature filter that I have, and I just went, boop. Is that the right one? Boop. Okay, you can also do this one. Oh, wait a minute, let me see. Yeah, that custom one doesn't work at all. It says it's custom, but it's not. This is the one I locked in. Yeah, there we go. Now I probably look too blue, right? Because you've had your eyes burning in on the orange. Well, I'm not orange at all, really. To me, visually, I may be a little bit greener than this. Like, I've got like a little bit more green to me. Like, maybe not that quite. I'm not like that, but I feel like visually, there's a lot of variables. I need a real meter to test these colors and things, because what I'm seeing on a monitor could be wrong. Right? What's my Pantone number? Right? So that could be wrong. So, but to me, I have 2 monitors, and on both of those monitors, that looks pretty close to my natural skin color. To me. But, you know, there's compression, there's a whole bunch of other stuff going too. Yeah, everybody's monitor's a little bit different too. So if this doesn't offend anybody, I'm going to stay with these colors. I've been told before that I look too washed out, especially when I go against Scott. But Scott looks more like, Scott almost always looks like this, right? Scott Johnson. He always looks like, to me, he looks like this on my monitor, right? That's the way he looks. So, to me, I feel like this looks like me. But we'll keep working on it. We'll keep fiddle farting. Keep fiddle farting until you either run everybody off or you find your joy. But I figured if I flatlined everything, right? Flattened it to 32 across the board, on the lights, on the camera. I thought that might be good. All right. It is December, but I did get my Commodore Ultimate over here. And I kind of hate not to take the opportunity to at least launch, before we do the DOS part. Well, I've got the Commodore 64 Ultimate pulled up. I think I should really launch Pool of Radiance here, so you can at least see how it looks, right? All right, so we're going to do that, then we're going to get into the DOS version. By the way, everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a good weekend. New Year coming up. Taz, I had an amazing holiday. Thank you so much, and a lot of you guys made that possible, right? So we had a good time at our community event last week, so that's good. Check that out if you did not get a chance. but I am looking forward to our new year and our new streaming setup and everything. I got a FireWire cable put up for a reason. Got reasons. I got a really cool retro camera that I'm farting around with, and we'll probably talk a little bit about that. Maybe do some drawing a little bit this year. Yeah, so it's going to be good. It's going to be good. More of the awesomeness, but plus. More and plus. All right. We are going to... You can do this. This is kind of cool. Check that out. That's kind of like speeding through the SID. All right, so we're not going to do that. All right. All right, so we're going to bop out of here. This is, you got a couple of ways you can do here. This is the Commodore 64 Ultimate screen. So I'm blue. See how blue I am because of how blue everything coming in is, you know? Oh, yeah, right. Oh, you're almost done with the Play Retro Show Archive too, Taz? That is great because you're going to be in for a pleasure of a couple new things. All right. Let's see here. Let's go to... Let's do this first. I'm going to reset the machine. All right. Going to reset. I learned some stuff too over the past weekend. So this is your typical basic area, right? This is where things load up. Commodore was able to get some MS Basic, right? Got a nice little license right there, and they put that right in there. But if I hit, and if you recently picked this up, there's a shortcut that I did not realize until one of you guys told me. I don't remember who told me. I'll try to remember if I can. If you were the person who told me, congratulations. There's a rocker switch on the side of this thing where the power switch used to be, or the power flip. You can push up and it'll take you to certain screens, or you can do the Commodore key and the restore key, and you press that and it will take you in to the menu. All right. Then once you get in there, you can kind of scroll through. I've already loaded up some USB, right? I've got some USB. I copied over the tape that comes with, right? So this tape comes with a whole bunch of really cool stuff, including Christmas music and everything. That was a lot of fun. And it's a kind of it looks like a tape, right? Looks like a tape, but inside is a USB stick. You can just stick this into the back of the Commodore 64 Ultimate. This is not going to be a total show about the Commodore 64 Ultimate, but I didn't want to get that out of the way. But yeah, so I copied that to another USB drive, exFAT, and plug that in the back because that is in the way because it's a big cassette that it plugs in it. So I was like, I can't do that. All right. No problem copying, just copied right over. All right. So we go to games, enter here, NTSC PAL. Hey, PAL. All right, and I put this one on here. This was not on the disc, right? I got this and I put it on here. Scott Ritzer P, what is up, my friend? What is going on? Oh, Paul is here too. Paul, what's going on, Paul? Was really excited to hear you were covering the Gold Box games and Play Retro. Yeah, even more seeing them on your new 64. Yeah, gonna do a little bit of both. We're gonna do this and the other. Yeah, it's been so long since I've used a freaking Commodore, says Scott. Yeah. Zoe's here. What's going on, Zoe? Yeah, I know, right? I'm so excited about this. So we can go here, enter in, and here is a D81. So that file is my save file for my my adventurers, right? So we're going to get into that. This came with a bunch of tapes. If you were playing this back in the day, these are the D64. These file formats we'll go over eventually one day when we dive deeper, but these are disc 1, side A, disc 1, side B, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And so if we hit enter here, we can do one of two things. We can run the disk automatically and load it in, or we can mount it and we can do our load 8, whatever, but it's going to do it. So load 8 is a common way to do this. You asterisk it, you tell it to load everything in there and it'll load into memory. But comma 8 was the device. And I think 1 is that the, what does the 1 signify again? I can't remember. I always add it. I don't think you always have to add it, but I always add it. Is the 1 the run part? I can't remember. Maybe the 1 is the run part. So we can do several different ways, however we want to do it. But we're just going to run the disk, and it'll show in the screen here. It'll type it for you automatically. Load star 81, searching for star, loading, and then once it gets done, it'll automatically run. There we go. Monkey, what is up? Mr. Monkey's here. Cabin ratio. I was just trying to load this up on Commodore 64, but my disk images never seem to work right. Well, maybe we'll do some time. Maybe we'll do some troubleshooting sometime. That sounds like fun. Disable fast loader. I'm gonna say no because I had a fast loader at this time, so I'm gonna leave the fast loader running. That's my experience. So, I mean, if you didn't have one, maybe that's different. Let me see here. I want to turn. Let me see. You guys can't hear it, but it's running a little disc thing. Let me see if I can remember which way it is here. Is that with the filters off? Can you guys hear that from the speaker? It's probably very quiet, which is really it's quiet in real life too. So it's got like a little. It's got a little. You can turn that on or off. It'll from the PC speaker essentially. It'll run heads seeking like a floppy. In this case, I don't think it's realistic because I'm working on a tape. Working on a tape image, right? And this is certainly slow, but probably not as slow as it would be on a real Commodore 64 at the time. Unless you did have everything else like the speed, the fast loader. Captain Richard says, I seriously doubt this game came out on tape. I think you're right, too, because I think it came out on floppy disk, because this has disc side A and B, but then it's a D64, which I think is the tape format and not the disc format, but maybe I'm wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the first time I was wrong about something. Neither will it be the last. Listen to that music. It's jamming out, baby. By the way, thank you to Forte Girl for that resub on Prime earlier. And Wunderbrat also subbing for Prime. Thank you guys so much. Your sub goal of 90 was just started. What's my sub goal? 90. I'm at 76 subscribers, so that's pretty good. Thank you guys for helping us get there. We're almost getting there. Oh, hi, Domo. D64, G64, and Nib are disc formats. Okay, so I stand corrected. Look at me standing corrected. Perfect. So there, that answers your question. It was on disc then. So 3 double-sided disc if the images are to be believed. We are playing an official Advanced Dungeons & Dragons computer product called Pool of Radiance, the first in the Forgotten Realms series of, what, 4 or 5 or something like that? But there's tons more in the gold box, but this was like, I think the Forgotten Realms version part of it, right? I'll learn as I go along. All right. Pool of Radiance says, so this was ripped, right? Ripped back in 2001 by SCI. Wait a minute. Wasn't that the name of the... You know who they hate? You know who they hate? I miss these old hacker guys, right? You always had to give a shout out to people you love. But you also had to say, oh, Scott LaRock. Code ripped by Scott LaRock. The old rapper? You're not Scott LaRock. We hate Eaglesoft and Athari. Look at that. Yes. Immortalized for all to see. Yes, thank you. D&D Games from U.S., Curse of the Azure, Bonds, Heroes, OT Lance, and Hills Far. Play the game or demo. We could look at a demo if we wanted to, but why would we do that? We could play the game. Cap Ratio says, but Eaglesoft cracked. Eaglesoft what? Cracked, cracked the version of Maniac Mansion. Thanks, Eaglesoft. Use the translation wheel to decipher the code words. So we could do here is you would get a wheel, right? You get a wheel. I know this because I have some real versions of this that's not on the Commodore 64, but you would have a translation wheel. So you got to match the Esphir rune, the outer ring. Is that the Elven, I believe? And then the Dethic rune, is that right? I've never said these words out loud. So if I'm butchering them, I apologize. That's the Dwarven language, right? Is that right? I think it is. So you gotta get those together, and then you gotta read the words under the path, right? Okay. Paul says this is the first of the 4 main Forgotten Realms ones: Pool of Radiance, Curse of the Azure Bonds, Secrets of the Silver Blades, and Pool of Darkness. Yeah, I believe that is correct. That's what I remember reading as well. So I will say yes, most likely. Most of these games had you find a certain word on a certain page of the manual. Yeah, words are hard. Physical copy protection, says Ray. So you guys interested in seeing, because I have I have the I don't have the real wheel, but I've got an application to let you do this. Thank you for the follow, young man John. YM John, thank you so much. Welcome in. We're doing a little pool radiance here. So let me, if you guys are interested, I would like to show you. Let me take a look here. I believe I have it in this folder over here. And let me clear my throat. Kick it over here, baby pop. Let all the flies go. Okay, let me see. Where did I put it? Oh, I put it in one of those unnumbered ones. Way to go, Brian. All right. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We've got Advanced D&D, and this was Pool of Radiance. And this is just a link to an online page, I believe. You can also, this is online as well. Translation wheel. All right. Gonna get that pulled up. I don't know, have I even put a web browser thing in here yet? I don't know if I have, but we're about to find out. Game capture, window capture. We're just going to leave that as is. And then we're going to select the window. Boop. That one. And then we're going to drop it down because right now it's in my face. How dare you? Boop, boop, boop. Nope, too far. Boop. There we go. Let's see. Meow. There we go. All right. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do this. We don't need to see that top part. And we don't need to see this down here. Or this over here. Now let's see if we can figure out what these freaking runes are too, because it's not terribly obvious here. All right. That first shape is, it looks like a pretzel. So let's look around the outside, So you don't move anything but this centerpiece, right? This inner ring is the only place you move. So let's look for the pretzel. There's the pretzel there. And we need to line up the, was that a 45-degree angle? Okay, so is that this little thing? Oh, it's already there, looks like. Look at that, I think. Let me make sure. All right, there we go. So we got to line that up there. And then we've got to follow the path of the dots. So you've got several paths here. This is one path. We're not reading that. This is the code path. And so it's telling us that we need to look at the dot, dash. Okay, so it's the dash. So it says jungle. Jungle is the password. Now, we did all of that, but remember, this is a cracked version, so we don't have to type in jungle. Matter of fact, I think it might punish us. Let's find out. I think we just need to type in SCI, but we're going to use the real code just to see if that works. You would normally type this if it wasn't, right? Wrong. It says wrong. All right, what's going to do? Is it kick us totally out? No, okay. So since this has been cracked, it's expecting us to just type in sc.i. All right, there we go. All right, so that works. That works, right? But if we were doing it without the cracked version, that would have worked. That would have worked. We would have typed in jungle. Yeah, the good old game keys. Ooh, yes, please. Oh yeah, the very says Amazon UK doesn't even have it for sale. Oh. Oh, Merit McCheese is here. I'm sorry, I missed you. I was looking at the wheel. Yeah, you totally Captain Ratio. Those were much better than the books because you couldn't copy those little wheels, right? You have to make your own. That'd be tough. Yes, really cool. I love it, Paul. Yeah, absolutely. I love those little wheel things. I'd love to get a real one. All right. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Mayor McCheese. Monkey said, I remember this so well. All right. So now we got to insert side number 3 and press any key. I think what we have to do, oh my gosh. All right. We're going to have to refer to our Commodore 64 Ultimate User's Guide. Because we can either, I'm not sure if we're supposed to go to the menu and just load up the number 3, or if there's a shortcut hotkey. Let's take a look real quick. Let's just take a real quick look. First of all, I love what I got with my Commodore 64 Ultimate, right? Came with some stickers, right? Look at those. Those not hot and sexy. Those are hot and sexy. Come on. Oh, that's upside down. Is that upside down? Yeah. All right. Got some Moz chips in there. That was worth the price of admission by itself. I keep that in the back of the book so I don't forget, because I'll probably lose it. Schematics? Sure, why not? Got all that in this book. This looks very much like the original user's guide you would have gotten with your gotten with your Commodore 64. It's got it's got programs inside here. We can learn programming, more about your computer. It's got the really cute little Commodore CRT guy there, right? Very good. But I think in just the general operations manual under the start, loading and saving programs, print calculations, play and send music files, which is way cool. One of my favorite things to do. I already upgraded the firmware. Okay, so chapter 3 is where I want to get started at. Just quickly, like I said, I'm just going to really look through it real quick. Introduction. I think all I really need to do is I just need to go into the main menu and load up the disk. Print calculations, saving programs, back loading and saving programs. You can use a real disk. We can use a real floppy disk. Got a couple of 21s myself. 41s? I'm reading stuff and it's messing me up. Yeah, VIC 1541. Chapter 10. You know what? We're just going to try it. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? That's fine because we're at an ad break anyway, it looks like. Ad break. Yeah, I love spiral-bound manuals. Love them so much. I didn't put my stickers back in my book either. Rude. Anything interesting for Christmas? Anybody get some really cool retro hardware for Christmas, possibly? It is, Zoe, you're right. Reading is a lost art almost. I've been trying to slow down, right? Lots of times I'm like such a hurry to get to where I think I want to be that I just skip straight to the destination, right? Because we're in a place we can do that, and I'm trying not to do that. Trying to do something else. Okay, so let's go here, and then I think I just loaded the disk, and it said disk 3, so actually it'd be 1, 2, and then the third program disk, right? So I think if I just do this and then mount the disk, I think that'll be enough. Insert side number 3 is what it calls. So it says 1, 2, 3. All right. I think this will work. Paul says they had the manual in the book of journal entries since it was easier to put lots of text in the book than on the floppies. Yeah, that's right. Because floppies were expensive. Paper was cheap. All right, we hit that. We hit the enter key. Let's see if we did it right. Let's see if we're about to play Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Pool of Radiance from the Gold Box. And indeed we did. Now, here we can have up to, I've read the manual on this as well. I read it while we was traveling last night, and the ad's about to end. So I don't want to start until our Twitch subscribers, our Twitch non-subscribers get back, and they're back. Okay, the ad break is the community's back. Welcome back, guys. We've got the game loaded up on the Commodore 64. Here we go. Paul says they had the manual in the books of... Okay, Paul says also, if you're going to get into the game without reading, at least you'll want to read the journal entries when they tell you. Yeah, in games they'll say the party's conversation was entry 13 or something. Oh, I'll have to look for that. I passed the first test, the Wraith. All right. At this point, we're going to create a group of adventurers, right? We got it in this, and the maximum is 6, which is going to be a nice balance of a team. And you can have up to 8 characters that you can control. 2 of those characters are slotted for NPCs, so you can't fill those in. So you got 6 characters you can control. I've already created some characters, or you can do the built-in characters here. So if you go to load save game, insert your save game disk. So well, interesting. This is like the first time I had the maybe this is DOS version when I was peeking at it. All right, so insert your save game disk. Let's see. Let's do that. That would be this one I made here. D&D Poor SD. All right, save disk. We're going to mount it. Drive type to 1581. All right, so okay, so I made that and it's an 81, which makes sense. It's a D81, so that makes sense. All right. Insert in the save game disk, and it should give us an option to, did we do it? All right, so load save game, yes. Oh, save game not found. Oh no. What does that mean? Does that mean that, does that mean that, does that mean I'm just screwed? Oh, well, you live and you learn. Yeah, okay. So we can add character to party. Oh, it did save it, though. Interesting. So Jonnet was the character I've already created. And, so I can add this one character. All right. We did that. And then we need to exit. And now we have Jonnet at the top, right? So that's one of our characters there. Now we could go ahead and go on an adventure right now as a party of one. Party of one. Modify character, view character. Let's look at the character, Jonnet. We got to put back to save date. We got to get this 3. I wish there was a shortcut for this because it kind of breaks the experience when you do that. Back to the 1541. All right. Which character? Ooh, I can't. Is it blue? Must be highlighted. All right. View character. Nope. All right. Maybe that's it. Nope. All right. Maybe it is white. Okay. There you go. We got a male, half elf, age 41, lawful neutral, fighter, thief. And I just picked the, the class and all of that, but I didn't, I rolled for everything else. 14 girls, I get to be the minister of propaganda. All right, so we've got level 1, experience 0, hit points. Hasn't done anything. Got a Thaco at 20. Damage. What 1 die 2. 1d2. All right. Oh, gotta hit the back button. All right, there we go. And just to see how the game works, we will just run. Can we just go? All right, we're going to just begin adventure. We're just going to do it. Oh, hi, chat, because we want to play this on DOS, because it's DOS-ember, not Commodore 64 December, right? So we're just going to proof of concept so you can see the graphics and how they look different than the DOS version, which I'm going to try to do in EGA mode. There's a CGA mode, an EGA mode, and then a Tandy color, but I'm sticking with the EGA, which is, I believe, 16 color. I believe it's just 8 on the Commodore, isn't it? Is that right? Is it just... I think it's just 8. Some dithering and whatnot. In what's not. All right, here we are. We've landed wherever. Okay, some guy come up. Oh, hey, it's me. Look at me. Greetings, courageous ones. I am Rolf, appointed by the council to introduce newcomers to the fair city of Flan. If you will accompany me, I will start the tour. All right, let's go. Let's go take the tour. Oh, hi, Houdini 7. Got a little 3D window over here, rendered each time. Right? You now face an entrance to the Temple of Tyr. There are 3 temples in Flan, Tyr's Soons, and Tempus. Tyr's is the largest in House Bishop Braccio. If you will turn around now. Okay. That's how you get out of here. You will see the entrance to the passenger dock area we just departed. Few ships dare the perilous passage here, but the council is developing a plan to open up the sea lanes. Oh, please follow me. Smooth and convincing, says Forfeit. Look at that giant screen. It's a lot of walking. Yeah, the C64 had 16 colors. But wasn't it like limited to like, I guess we're not using sprites here, so, all right. Behind these doors are the special, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Behind these doors are the special training schools where adventurers increase their skills. Let us now go to the city's most important building. Yeah, let's go. We are just outside the city hall. Is that where the Justice League is? Proclamations are posted on these walls. Inside the city, clerk awards the council's commissions. Commissions are the quickest way to fame and fortune. Didn't know he was going to get a tour, did you? Houdini 7, how's your weekend been? How are things going? On your right is one of the entrances to Soon's temple. As with all Flan's temples, various clerical services are offered inside. On your left is an entrance to the city park. Yeah, any 4 colors per 8x8 block, says the Wraith. Beyond this gate are the monster-ridden areas of the old city. We are slowly preparing for settlement. That's how this game works. So you're going to go through, basically most of your missions are going to be, or quests, are going to be going through the monster-ridden areas of the old city. Regentrification. We are slowly preparing for settlement. So when you clear an area of monsters, then the settlers will come in behind. The council offers a generous reward to those who clear areas of monsters. And that's mostly what this game is. Our tour is ended again. Let me urge you to apply to the city clerk for a commission. Goodbye and good fortune. You're on your own now. That's right. The Wraith on the high-res sprites was only 2 colors. That's what I was thinking. All right, so we could continue our sessions here, or we're gonna celebrate the last of our Dawsember gaming by hopping over to our Mr. FPGA and playing a little over there. This machine would need at least a 286 with what, like 512K of memory if you wanted to do EGA, I believe. So let's scroll over to there, and I believe that is on. Now don't worry, I'm not going to totally leave my Commodore 64 mindset behind because I am controlling my Mr. FPGA with my 8-bit do Commodore 64 keyboard. And we're only going to need the keyboard today because no need for a mouse. All right. We're going to go into our 46SX, which is really kind of a lie because it allows us to manage this a little bit in what's called the AO486. Extended memory is not going to matter here very much, I don't believe. We are running DOS 622. Have sound cards, which is going to be really irrelevant with this old of a game. All right. Our last, we had that on there, so let's kick Descent off. I'm going to use, so a 286 would typically be between, somewhere between 10 megahertz up to 20 or so, typically. I'm not saying that's the only configuration. I'm just saying that would be a fair assessment. Now, some things are kind of outside the configuration of what we're doing here, which is fine. We just got to take what we can get. Let's load. We don't need any disk, right? We don't need the disk, I believe. I've already preloaded this, just like a good cooking show. I've already preloaded our meal in the oven. If you guys ever want to go back through and go through the whole fun install process, it's a pain, but it's there. Use like a compressed image files, even on the original, which is what I installed this from. And it was kind of it was different than I was used to, but not too bad. So we just go into start here, and this is the DOS version. We're out of the Commodore 64 and onto the DOS version. And we do have a pre-save there. We can get straight into fighting. No audio, I believe. I don't believe there was any audio in this part anyway. We would typically have a computer speaker bleep and bloop at us, right? And this is created by SSI. So this is what it looks like. So those hackers made their screen look kind of like the real thing, right? That's fine. Thanks, Joel. All right, now here we will need to use the wheel because this was not hacked and cracked. So this is going to require the wheel for sure. Looks like we got a squiggly looking. What do you think that is? Scroll? Is that like a crawl looking? Looks like one edge of the crawl symbol is kind of like out of whack. So that is. Can you see my mouse here? I guess oh, there it goes. All right, so that's this little symbol right here. Don't touch anything there. We don't need it. Yeah, anti-piracy 1980 style. That's right, 87. We killing it. All right, so then the other part was this little squiggly square thing like this. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it's kind of like a square, a slanted square. So we need to pull that slanted square over to here to line up with our extended crawl. Then we need to look at the dots. As you can tell, these are the dashes we need, right? Because the manual or the book, the game itself says use the dashes. So we're going to take this path. This path says Savior, right? It doesn't say Google. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. And it doesn't say 5GU ungeek, because I think these are, you're only supposed to use 3 out of this. This is a different little path. You might come into this later, but we have Savior is our passcode. So read from the inside to the outside, and we're going to type in Savior. There we go, and we're in. We're in. Look at that. Magic. All right, so we can create character, add characters to the party, load save game, or exit DOS. We're going to look at this load save game. I have 2, so I was testing this before. A was the one that was already there. I'm assuming that was I'm assuming that was the original the manual referred to that you could go to. So we're going to hit the A, and it's going to load up these adventurers that was already pre-generated and already has some experience, and we're thrown into the old city where the monsters already are there, and we need to clear those monsters out. Got our screen, our setting here where we're at now. We got our different characters. We got Thrender Groan, Bakshi, Rhiannon. I wanted to say Rihanna, and then that confused me, but Rhiannon, right? Is that how you say that? Brother Sean, Darkstar, and Phineas. Why do they want to throw Rihanna in there to mess me up? Rhiannon. Renan? I'm going Renan. All right. Action. No, is that AC and HP? You got your HP is your health points course, and then I've been playing a bunch of other stuff like Descent and a bunch of other little games that I'm like, okay, AC's not what I think it is. Let's see. We can view here real quick. We can get deep into the details. Thrender Groan is a male dwarf, age 52, lawful good, and he's a fighter. He's got some platinum and some silver already. He's got some damage, 1d6 plus 2. He's encumbered a little bit, right? 583, 538. Reading that backwards too. Weapon, flail, banded mail, and status is okay, because you can have your characters expire here. So we got a 15-4 west, and it's at 1050. Every movement, let's see how many. A movement takes 1 minute, so that's the time. So every time I move, that's related to time. If I do search, it'll do it by 10. So in increments of 1. If you're not searching, if you do a search, it will your characters will search thoroughly each area you step into, but it takes 10 minutes and 10 in-game minutes instead of 1 game minute. Hope I'm explaining that right. I just barely have a grasp myself, and that's after me reading a book last night on my phone, PDF, to kind of understand what's going on with the manual. All right. Area, cast, view, in camp, search, and look. All right. Now, if you look, will it just... Okay. Wow. Look at that. Okay. So a look is the same as a search. I guess you can toggle on search, or you can look. All right. I'm not 100% sure what look is. Area? Okay. So area toggles between your first person 3D, pseudo 3D view and the map. We have entered in here. There's no cost time-wise for turning around. Like I can spin around, no cost there. It's only when I make a forward or backwards movement. As you can tell, we moved into this room, and we'll keep going forward here. All right, that's me hitting the wall. Can we hear this audio? I think there's some audio, but it's kind of quiet. Okay, let me do that again. Oh, that's still super quiet. Okay, I'm not sure that... Let me make sure I haven't lost any adjustments there. No? Okay. I wonder why it's so quiet, though. Oh, you know what? I bet it's because I got the computer speaker turned down here. All right, let's do that's the speaker volume. That's the reason why. The speaker volume was at 1. Let me turn down my Elgato too. Before that blast us in the ears. But there was some music at the beginning we missed out on. Ah, there we go. Now I'm hearing the steppy steps. That's better. Yeah, mazes and monsters. Very good. Before Tank Girl. All right, we're just gonna. Oh, I see a rat. I see a rat. Look at those graphics. Look, he's making the thing. He's like going, "Hey, I'm gonna stab you. Look here, I'm gonna stab you. You have surprised a party of kobolds. Quick, somebody get the monster manual out." He's very stabby. Look at that guy. I think he wants some flesh. I think he wants a pound of flesh. All right. So we can either combat, wait. Rob, what's going on? We either combat, wait, flee, or parlay. Can we parlez-vous français with kobolds? You are conversing with a party of kobolds. Shall I be haughty? Ha! Sly. Ooh, nice. Meek or abusive? This guy looks like he needs some abuse. Let's abuse him. Let me give you a piece of advice, their leader says. Stay away from the textile house. The undead are going crazy up there. The monsters turn to leave. What do you do? We got him. We're like, hey, man, you're just a punk. He gave us some info. What do you think about that? So let's write that down in our journal. I need a journal. So I'll do this. Let me give you a piece of advice. Kobold leader says, stay away from the textile house. Okay. Good. The undead. Oh, the undead are going crazy up there. The monsters turn to leave. What do? Let them go. Let's let them go. Punch them. Jesus. Come on, man. We're going to let them go. We're going to let them go. Jeez, you're trying to make enemies everywhere we go. Shay says, I only have my 5th edition Monster Manual nearby. No Thaco details there. Dang it. Dang it. Come on. All right. Let me take a look at our... Let me take a look again at our area. Asher, what is up? Asher says, oh, hi, Brian and chat. All right, so we want to... No, we're turned around here. Let's get back this way. Are there any other... So this is just room? Just one giant room? Oh, there we can go that way. Okay, that's where we can go. All right. Well, we've made friends with some kobolds. That's good, right? They like being bullied. Kobolds like to be bullied. Everybody knows that. That would just take us back to that room there. We don't want that. So we're going to go down this way. Oh, we're in another room here. All right, we've got a couple of options. Going to keep going straight, or we can turn. Let's keep going counterclockwise. Oh, did I just turned back around and went back out the door, didn't I? Oh, no, what happened? Am I locked in? Oh, it's locked. Oh, okay. Oh, we can bash, pick, or exit. Well, I know what before Tank Girl wants to do. She wants to bash it. Can we pick it? Do we have a picker? Oh no, we got an angry pig. You have a surprise, a party of orcs. No orkies. We got some orcs. Look at that orc boy. Look at him. Look at that. That's pretty impressive for a 286. Look at that. And he's stabby too. They're all kind of stabby. Oh man. Oh, Ash TV says my favorite of this genre was Castle of Mydor. Is it Mydor? Once again, there's all kinds of words I've read over the years, and I never talked to anybody about them, and I never heard anybody say them out loud, and so it's like, Mydor? Castle of Mydor. I think I've said it that way. Hodor. Mydor. Hodor. That's the way I assume the end is door, but is it Mydor or something else? I'm assuming it's Mydor. Castle of Mydor? Mydor. Okay, anyway. All right, so we got a combat. We already parlayed one time. I don't think you can you parlay with orcs? I don't think you can parlay with an orc. I don't think that's going to happen. So we're going to combat. We don't want to wait because then they'll like attack us. And if we flee, they might hit us. I've always said Mydor. That's right. All right, that's what I thought. All right, so here's the battle screen, right? Now, if you're playing this on a later PC, hopefully you're playing a DOS box where you can throttle the clock cycles, right? Because it's very sensitive to that. Things will jump around really fast. And even at what we have, which is like a 20 megahertz, it's going to still play a little bit faster than maybe your your slower 10 megahertz. You would notice a difference. We're doubling. What, does that double the speed? I don't think it doubles the speed. What's the factors there? I don't know. Anyway, I can move, view, aim, use, or quick or done. Now we can do a quick. Let's just do a quick and see what quick looks like. We're gonna let the computer decide for us. Shay does confirm my door. Otherwise, it'd be your door. My door is your door. Yeah, Hortang, who did seem a little unreasonable. So we're gonna hit this quick, right? We're gonna let that. How's it in the future tomorrow there, Shay? How's Monday looking? All right, we're throwing some Phineas through something. Thrinder groan. We can do another quick again. So he's across the front there. He's got a mace. He's got a sweet mace. Also, by the way, you can outfit all of your adventurers, and these adventurers are all matching, right? That's what they did. Asher says 11:30 a.m. Here down under. Yes, little Monday action. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The lost week is indoor weather. Oh yeah. It's summertime, by the way. If you're on the upside down, compared to where we're at, we're in the northern hemisphere. Asher and Shay, I know for sure, are in the southern hemisphere, and right now they're experiencing the summertime, and we're experiencing the cool time. For most of us, yeah, 30 degrees Celsius that's pretty warm. All right, so we're gonna let Thunder groan. We can let's make it, since he's right there at the front. I think I'm gonna do his. All right, so we're gonna aim, and let's see. When we do this, we can go next, previous, and so we can kind of toggle through who we want to attack or apply something to. And so we want to apply to the closest orc to us. And we can either go through, we can go to previous. So I'm going to attack this guy here. Range is 1. I'm going to target that guy, I believe. Oh, did that actually do the thing? Did target cost a move, or did he actually perform an action? I'm not sure. So I'm going to quick this next one. Dark Star, obviously our magic caster, right? Let's view here. Female human, age 27, neutral good, magic user. Got a Thaco. Got a Thaco there, 20. Weapons got darts. Okay, status is okay. All right. Book. And we're just going to do a quick on that one. Look at that. She's attacking those in the back. Smart. Brother Sean, let's see. We can move this guy. So he's going to need to move right from his spot there. Oh, am I not going to be able to attack ally? No. Did I actually go too fast, like towards him? I got 5 moves left. Oh, so everywhere I go is going to be a no-go. So okay. So maybe I should have done a quick to see what he would do, because, yeah. So let's just do a quick. Oh, how did he get through there? Oh, I know why. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So I've got a keyboard that doesn't have the number pad on it. Now, I do have a separate number pad. So what other, so could I use, so I've got a separate number pad, right? But I don't have it hooked up yet. I wonder if it'll just detect it if I plug it in. I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, I need diagonal. That's right, Paul. That's exactly right. And right now I'm just using the arrow keys to move, and I'm not sure what else is assigned. Here, you look at that instead of looking at like into my brain. How about that? How about just look at that instead of looking right into my stinking brain? All right. Wah. The Wraith wants to know, so Brian, are you going to try to get a SX64 too? What is an SX64? What is that? Why are you telling me about things that I am probably going to want? Oh, so I attacked earlier, Paul, but I missed. All right, so this, by the way, this is really cool. So this is 8-bit do separate, all their little keyboards that I've looked at have these little separate attachments for the number pad, because you don't have it on the standard, so you got a little stand thing. But also you can You can use this thing as a calculator as well, which is kind of cool. Go into calculator mode, right? That's cool. Can you get the... Tasty. But I don't want to be in calculator mode. I want to be in standard mode, right? All right. It says it's at 100% charged. That's good, right? When you first turn it on, it says 100% charged. But I don't know. I don't know if this has been detected or if I'll need to assign some things. You would think the enter key would work for sure. I wonder... All right, so that may be something later on. So what do we do if you didn't have a... Serge, what's up? I do miss the clickety-clack sometimes. Yes, it's so good. Oh, what's that, the briefcase one? Oh, is that what that... Oh, that briefcase thing? That would be cool. Yes, I would love one of those. Anybody got one of those laying around? Oh, man, yeah, I would love to have it. If that's what that is. I've seen the briefcase one, but I didn't know it was called the SX64. Man, I would love to have that. You got one laying around, the Wraith? Let's talk. They are quite rare. Yeah, I do know that one. Sarah, how's your Monday, Tuesday, or Sunday, Monday going? It is Sunday, isn't it? We got an ad starting here in just a minute for our ad break, by the way. Look at that. Look at Moobot finally coming through. Ad break, thanks for supporting the stream. Seeing about 150. So it was a little bit early. So it's a little bit early on that, but that's okay. We need to make some adjustments to the Moobot. Good, Serge. So I'm assuming, okay, so we got, what is that? Is that like for the Bluetooth? Is that what that one's for? Okay, that's for the Bluetooth, I believe. All right. And I'm assuming that I'm going to have to reboot or assign something, but what's the diagonal controls if not? Let's see if we can move, and then let's see if our insert home, I have a feeling that print screen, scroll, that kind of stuff may be our diagonal moves, and they are. Okay. But that moved 2 to the right. Okay, wait, okay. Okay, so end, blocked, okay. Blocked that way. So these are actually moving 2 at a time. So, interesting. Okay, so I'm going to have to do a quick on this because I don't know how I can move around on that. And it sounds like we must have missed if that's the noise it makes. It's like, miss. Pardon me, miss. Pardon me, miss. I've got too many controllers. Got 2 dad plab controllers. I don't have no place to put this. It's like, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to put it over here because I'm going to put it on there and then it's going to fall on my leg because what I had was this. This was sitting there in that spot. So now I've got to do something with this. I'm going to put it over here. This is like my whole desk is like a game of Tetris. It's like, oh, where do I put this at? Let's see, that'll fit over there. That's good. All right, I need coffee. That ad break's about to, it's going. It's going. And the ad break is over. Welcome back in, community. We missed you. We talked about you a bit. Talked about how much we love you. And how we wish you were one of us. One of us. One of us. Salentis gave away 25 during a community event. Is that right? 25? Is that right? That can't be right. That's too many. Is that right? No, that can't be right. 10? 10. Nope, that wouldn't be enough. 20. Maybe it was 20. Anyway, a lot of you guys can thank our good friend Salentis, who dropped a love bomb on our community event, as well as Discordia Dog, who also dropped a love bomb. 2 love bombs, 1 show. And you don't have to watch ads. Very good. All right. So I'm going to do another quick action. I'm going to wait till we get to a stopping point. Look at that. We just destroyed him. He's dead. All right. Got a movement. Oh, sound like a miss. Sound like another miss for him. That's good. Oh, got a range, but it sounded like a miss. Oh, no. Where's this guy going? And this is the right speed, by the way. At first I thought it was going too fast, but I've seen too fast, and this is just computer speed fast. Maybe a little faster than if you had a little slower processor, but still, it's not bad. Listen to all these misses. Dink, dink, dink. Oh, he's out. Is this guy going to try to flank us? Oh, don't look at that. Don't do that. Turn around. He's changed his mind. He's back. Are they painting with? Looks like they got paint palettes. Their shields look like paint palettes. Take that, you big orky pig. Oh, bink, bink. Continue battle? What battle? They're gone. They've been dispatched. The party has won. Each character receives 16 experience points. Yes, Ender Panda, what is up, my friend? How you doing? Welcome into our Sunday night surprise stream. Surprise stream. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday, Monday, wherever you are. So we got the experience points. Let's do that. Where's the treasure? Here is the treasure, baby. Yeah. Oh, I look Radiance today. Yes. Maybe some pool of Radiance. All right. So a couple things we can do here. We can view, take, pool, share, or exit. I believe the share is what I will usually do. And that means that whatever gold is in. So we can take a view here. Let's take a view. Oh, that's the character. All right. So there's two things here. There's cash, which we can either share or pool. I think you share. Yeah. Once we do share, then that removes it from the board. And I guess the only thing we had there was money and no parts, I'm assuming. All right. So there we go. Exit. Sarah says, I hope some people don't think that this is the first Diablo. I can see that. I'll be sure to bring that up. So we got to ask ourselves the question. We've had a battle, and now we've actually taken some damage. We parlayed with some Kodor. What are those guys? What are the rat people? We parlayed with some rats. We fought some orcs, right? They were orcs, right? We received a little bit of damage. It looks like Bakshi is the only one that took any damage. Oh, I didn't mean to move, but I did. All right, let's take a view at how do I get? Oh, I got it. Drat. All right. One lets me toggle through the characters, right? Highlighted there, and we want to view and see what's going on. So we got a male, half-elf, age 48, chaotic good, cleric, fighter, magic user. This is on I'm playing this on my Mr. FPGA. Okay, if you don't know what that is, we'll back up to that. Then the next layer is I am using the AO486 core, which allows me to emulate a PC-AT 20 megahertz. Now that's probably at the upper end of some of the settings. So if we got much faster than that, we have too much speed on this particular machine. There's other ways to play it. There's tons of ways to play it. Easiest way, absolutely hands down, DOSBox. If you buy this on Steam, I think it is, which by the way is super cheap. I think you can get this whole Realms for like $3.99, which I own, but I'm playing this from an original disk image that I installed onto DOS 622, which is what's running here. Did any of that make sense? Am I like boring the mud out of some people, but other people are like, spot on? I'm down. Right? So yes, I don't, yes to which one? The part where I'm boring you, the part where it's exciting. So all that makes sense. All right. So if you got questions, like if you have specifics, let me know. But I got a Mr. FPGA, which is a little box, right? Little box that allows me to emulate all of these things at a hardware level. You've seen a little bit of blowback recently, because when we think of emulation, we think of software emulation, which is how most of what retro games are played typically, either real hardware or the software emulation. And then there's a subset of FPGA, which is what's in this Commodore 64 over here. And so there's a tendency to want to say that these are not emulated. But it is hardware emulation. It's just not what we think of typically, which is the software emulation, which we think of having a lot of inaccuracies. Typically, your FPGAs are more accurate because you're programming the processor in there to have real power and switches like you would have on the original hardware. And so you don't have to make any changes to the ROM files or anything like that. It thinks it's the real hardware for the most part. Ender Panda says, Good Old Games gave it away through Prime not too long ago. Might actually still be available there. So I looked for this game. I looked for the Gold Box games on Good Old Games. I didn't see them, so I don't know if I missed it but I did see them all on sale on Steam. Typically, I go Good Old Games because they usually use DOSBox and they keep it up to date. Lots of times that flows downhill to Steam, who then has a particular version of the Good Old Games when it's released, and then no one ever touches it again, and then it farts all over itself. So usually the Good Old Games version keeps up to date, and the Steam, which is downstream, doesn't always do that. So yeah, that's interesting. I need to Deathblow. What is up? So there's that. So that's what we're playing this on. We're playing this on the Mister. But we did at the very beginning. If you want to go back and watch the VOD, we did play. At first, we loaded this up, Pool of Radiance, on the Commodore 64 Ultimate, and played a little bit there, just so we'd have a reference point to compare to. But we are playing this on DOS. I think you could get. I think the minimum specs was like a 286, 10 megahertz, DOS 5 or whatever, because it's going to be using the PC speaker. So don't have to worry too much about sound cards or anything like that. Very little. I don't think any memory management is really necessary. But oh, really? Good Old Games has been given away like the entire D&D series. Believe it was one of them. So I need to go back and look then, because I didn't see it when I looked, but I may have dismissed it. Sector 7 says Forgotten Realms, the Archives Collection 2 on Good Old Games. So let me take a look real quick. Like I said, I picked up the Steam version because I didn't think I had options. But I do like to have options. And if you're not my friend on Good Old Games, and let's do that real quick too. Good Old Games, great place to go. It's a good old games place to go. So if you go over to, I picked it and then closed it. That sounds like something I would do. Where is it at? Why is it not? Oh, it's too low. There it is. If you go over to, where's my profile? Hopefully this won't show anything that it's not supposed to show, but I'm mission deep over there. Yeah, there you go. So look at me. I'm mission deep. Be my friend. Be my friend. Be my friend over there. Yes, Good Old Games, GOG.com, user mission deep. And I've got my games list on there, the games I have. And you can follow me and friend me, and we can be friends on the Galaxy thing. So let me go back. Forgotten Realms. By the way, Sector 7, how's it going? Realms, Demon Stone, Archives Collection 1. It's interesting. So the Archive Collection 1 is the 1991 Westwood Associates and Strategic, but then the Archives Collection 2 is the 1988 Stormfront Studios. It says it's $9.99 here. Okay. So, okay. And this is the one you guys were talking about? Yeah, Asher, do it. Do it. It's bundled with it's $7.89 on Good Old Games UK, says the Wraith. All right, so is this the one? All right, I'm gonna add it to my little wish list here. I'm gonna add it to that real quick, and let's just confirm. Yeah, buy all games in the series. If you already own a game from the series, it won't be added to your cart. So $25 for all 3 collections. I might do that, even though right now it would be cheaper to purchase it on Steam. I think I would probably prefer to have it on Good Old Games. And let's see some of the specifications here. Typically down at the bottom, it'll tell you how it's going to operate. Windows 7. And yes, this game is powered by DOSBox. Can you see that down there? So that's powered by DOSBox. And a lot of times the goodies are why I'm here on Good Old Games specifically. So a couple things you'll get the manuals, clue books, which are great, your code wheel, which we looked at earlier, adventures journals, we talked about that a bit as well, and then your reference cards. So this is some really good stuff here, right? And you get the whole Pool of Radiance or the Forgotten Realms archive when you pick up this one for $9.99. I think it's the same thing on Steam, but I'm not sure. Sometimes you can find the included stuff in the collection, but it's not always obvious. Let's see, Forgotten Realms. Is that what it's called over here too? Collection 1, that's it. Collection 1, Collection 2. Is it called Collection 2? I'm also going to buy Scott a copy. Let's see. All right. Look at this guy. What is he doing right now? Go here and do this. Oh, you attack that guy? The curse. All right. So this comes with that stuff. Does it say if it comes with all the extras? Does it really say quickly and easily? Do I read anything that says that? See, you don't quite know what you're going to get. I mean, you could go into the discussions and kind of dig in a little deeper, but that's one of the things I don't like about how they handle it on Steam. But typically, if you open up the folder after you've installed it, it's just the Good Old Games version they've just repackaged, right? Okay. Neat. All right, so that's good to know. But right now, it is $3.99. $3.99. Andrew says, yeah, I don't see it listed in the store either, but I do own it on Good Old Games. Very good. Maybe they delist it in favor of the collection, right? And we're giving it away before they did that. That makes total sense. Sector 7, I think they did. Sarah says, my dad still has a PC, Windows XP, so he can play Civ 2, and that is all he plays. Very good. You know he can emulate that now quite well. There's a project called 86box, which I'm a patron supporter of, and I get all the latest updates, and that is a great way for me to run like Windows XP and stuff on my newer PC, my gaming PC. Works out really good. Tech says, 160 games on your Steam wish list. I know. It's an embarrassment. But I also have over like 1,000 games, so, you know. Interpanda likes everything. 964 games. No, most of those games, sadly, are from previous podcasts we did where I was, like when we would do an episode, we'd be planning, and it's like, we were covering like 2 or 3 games, indie games per episode. So I was like having to like every time new games came out, I would like add them to my wish list so I could dig through them and see which one were like the 3 that I needed. So I was kind of using it not really as a wish list, but more as a tracking. I probably should have just tagged them instead, but it was just so easy to hit wish list. Sarah says, well, he is 81 years old and does not want to screw with it. Can't blame him. Nope, the man is doing right. The man is doing right. Andrew says, I have, that's just crazy amounts of, that's so many. Sector 7 says Civ 2 is my first PC game I owned. I bought it a couple of weeks before my first PC was delivered. Very good. That's awesome. Tech says, in case you didn't see my previous question, does Good Old Games have gift cards? Ooh, that's a good question, Tex. I don't know. That's a good question. It does have a wish list, but I'm not sure about gift cards. Oh, look at that. Let's accept Asher's. Did I accept it just now? I think I did. Pending friend request. Why can't just let me do it. Why? Oh, there it is. Oh, come on now. I don't want to. Oh, you can't see it anyway. That's fine. All right, I'm adding you, Asher. Hold on a second. Accept request. There we go. I think I had a wish list. I need to fill my wish list out on Good Old Games. Oh, you know what? Forgotten Realms, the Archives Collection 2. That's weird. How long ago did I put that one on there? It's the only one I put on there, and it says it's $9.99. So is that because? Oh, that's because that's on Good Old. That's because it's on Good Old Games, Brian. We talked about that already. Thank you, Asher. Tex, yeah, I get Steam gift cards all the time. Yeah, I love Steam cards. We gave away quite of those for Christmas. Quite a few of those. All right, so what was it doing? All right, we was trying to see if we needed to do anything with Bakshi here. So hit points are 5. Let's see. We can, so cleric, fighter, magic user. So is part of his magic use the ability to heal? Do we need to heal? I mean, it is 5. It's in the yellow. What's the top point of that? Let's see. I guess I probably could do it from the THACO score, right? Health. What is the other 2 in the THACO though? It's been too long. It's been too long. Somebody do the math. Quick, somebody do the math. How much health does he need to get him back topped off? All right. All right. Let's see. This area here. We're getting turned around. We want to go this way this time. All right. And you can navigate through, by the way. Oh, that's where we just came from. We don't want to do that. Oh, here's the rats again. You know what? We let them go last time. I think it's time to combat. Sector says I can't remember how to figure that go either. I can't remember either. There you go. Take that. Yeah, that's right, Shay. No, do the math. No, figure it out for me. Forteco says, should have listened to me. Let's combat it. Let's do it. Let's get rid of these guys. All right, these little piglets. All right, so it's automatically going into fight. Well, how does it know that? I didn't tell it to do a quick fight. That's interesting. Is it just from earlier? I mean, we are just destroying these guys. Got some guarding, move attack. I know they're gone. They're gone. Continue battle. What for? It's over. And just like that, it's over. But see, you wanted to fight them before. We wouldn't have got all that cool information I wrote down on my hand about I can't remember now. Shaywa says, I was looking if there was a Good Old Games gift card option. Didn't see what their THACO was. Fortango says, the rats invest. Of course we kick their butts. Come on. What'd you expect? Got our 8 points of experience, and we got some. What we see here? All right, so we can either take. So we have Thrender Grown, take all of it. Let's see if there's supplies too. So let's see if we share, then we can take. So there was more than just coins this time. We obviously those little vests, right? We take their rats and vests. How many vests do you think are there? Let's find out. Let's do a take. So we got a short sword. And a short sword. So does anybody need a short sword? I don't know. So we're going to take here. We're going to double take. And now we can, let me see. So that's that. Then let's exit out. Once we exit out, can we then trade? Or do we have to go into the character to trade? So Thrender Grown got all the loot weapon-wise. So let's view in there. All right, then we can trade. We can look at items first. Let's see what he's got. He's got ready. He's got his flail ready. He's got his banded mail ready. And by his short sword. So that's fine. But we could, let's see, let's scroll through here. We could trade this. We could have it. I don't think you can have that, can you? Can you split that in half? Probably some rat tail conditioner, says before Tech Girl. Text me too. Man, some Good Old Games gift cards would be great. GOGGs. Give me some GOGGs. You can buy games on Good Old Games as gifts. You can do that. You can do that. Fact. So if we trade, I want to see what happens when I say have. See, because I have 2 short swords. Will it be smart enough to know that I want to have both of them, or does it think that I can do one? Can't have that. Can't have that. Do. So we can either trade. Can we join something? Oh, I didn't know we could do that. Let's join that. Okay, I don't think it does that. Okay, so that's fine. And maybe there's something that happens if you can join something. All right, so let's trade. And with whom? Let's give it to Basky just to see what happens, right? All right. Select, and now we only have 1 sword, which is fine, exactly what we expected. And then we exit out of here. And then we will, can we scroll through our other people? It's too bad you can't, like, just while you're in this area, do that, but you can't apparently. Okay, view. Magic. Oh, so I got a double-handed sword. Let's see what items Bakshi has. It does have the short sword now. All right, so there you go. So that's kind of like the little trade part of it. Very good. I am curious. Let's see. It is 11:25. I'm assuming that's going to be in military time, right? Since there's no AP behind it, so I'm assuming that's what's going on. So we're still. I don't sense in camping just yet, but we are on the inside. What do we need to? We need to do that for area. Let's look that way. All right, let's go. Let's go down this way. We got a bash, pick, or exit. Let's try to pick it again. Oh, and apparently our picking worked. Does it matter which character we have? Apparently not. So. That worked. Very good. Well, this is a different kind of room here. It's Gygax time. Yeah, it is, Ender Panda. Let's get some Gygax up in here. Shay says half and join is for treasure potions, if memory serves. It makes sense. Makes sense. All right, let's take a look at this area again. Okay, let's go in this room here. Oh, we got to bash or pick again. We haven't bashed yet, have we? Let's bash. Let's see what happens. The room is dirty and has a strong and unpleasant odor. Oh. What, I just break into the girls' room? Jeez, the kids? Come on, man. Let's go north in this little... You have entered a very unclean stable. There's evidence that a large and untidy animal has lived here. Oh, what we got here? Looks like Tondagosa is raiding in. One of our favorite people in the whole universe is Tondagosa. What's up, Tondagosa? How you doing, friend? Welcome in. What were you just doing? Oh, hi. Ahoy. So we got Imikiki. What's up? Wholesome Raid. Welcome in. We're just playing some old school Dungeons and Dragons. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome in. Arnie the Viking raiding in. Tondagosa, what were you doing today? Moosey Fate is here. Bringing in all the community. Sarah says I grew up with military time and I still need to think it out. Yep. We were just trying to do some math. Hi, man. I was taking some cozy game requests. Ooh, nice. What'd you end up getting to play in some of those cozy? Did you find any treasures for me to steal from you later? By the way, hi, I'm Brian Dunaway, and I received this a few days before Christmas. It is the Commodore 64 Ultimate, and we were playing Pool of Radiance on it when we first started the stream, but we remembered it's DOScember. We better play some DOS games instead. So we had to do that. So yeah. So have I showed you this yet, Tonda? Have you been around? Like, did I show this off on the Play Retro show last week? Trying to remember. The holiday seasons have been so crazy. I have a Texas Instrument home computer 99 4A still sitting on the floor. I haven't looked at it. I've got the new Atari Game Station Pro. Haven't had a chance to. I've played a little bit. Haven't had a chance to show it off. Very excited about that one. I did get my Pac-Man Atari 2600 Plus. So there's so freaking much retro. And I got to remember, I've got all of 2026 to just kind of explore all these things. And I'm just so darn excited. I don't know what to do. I gotta take it one step at a time and slow down. And very good. Oh, yeah, nice bread box, right? Dude, love it. Love it. I had the original, and I still have several original Commodore 64s still laying around that are operational, a 1541, which you can hook up to this thing. You can hook up right to this bad boy right here. Or you can pretend as well. But I like the idea that you can. Kyoki, am I saying that right? I know that's not right. Kyoki Usagani, is that right? Most of these games continue to get better as you go along. I think so. Can I Kyoke? Is that okay? Tonda says no problem. Pool of Radiance is still great for being a pioneer, of course. Yes. I've been surprised. I have been shocked how much I've enjoyed this. So welcome in. Oh, hi, I'm Brian. And I play retro video games. And I do a podcast once a week with Scott Johnson. It's called The Play Retro Show. And Tondagosa is a good friend of mine. I love Tondagosa, and I miss him. I would love to see him again. And he's always, every time I see pinball, I can't help but to smile and remember our time at the different pinball arcades around here. And it's just so good. And I miss our time at Savannah. And man, if Tonda lived close by, that would just be a dream. So if you're not following Tonda Gosa, I don't know why you're not. If you came in on the raid and you were watching Tonda already and you never got a chance to give him a follow, please give Tonda Gosa a follow. He's amazing. And Tonda, is it Balls of Steel? The Balls of Steel is on that Atari Game Station Pro, and it's kind of rad. I really like it. And I had some other pinball stuff coming up, but I got to do more pinball in 2026. More pinball for me. Tonda says we'd be hanging out for sure. Yeah, all the time. If we lived close by, it would be a no-brainer. They'd be like, "What you doing, Tonda?" Nothing. I'm like, why would I ask him that? Because he'd be sitting right next to me. I know what he was doing. I just look at him. Oh, there he is. He's doing that. But welcome in. Thank you so much for raiding in on us, Tonda, as always. So let's give a shout out to Tonda Gosa. Monkey will usually cover me, but you know what? I'm going to do it myself. And I know that some people say Tonda Gosa, and I always say Tonda Gosa, and that's how I said it in the beginning. And that's just, once it's in my head, it'll always be that. Asher says, favorite all-time pinball machine, the Monopoly table. Interesting. Yeah. Either way, it's good. It's all good, right, Tonda Gosa? I usually just call him Tonda. I don't have to even address. The last part. Oh, wow. Asher says, I'm biased, though. I own over 60 copies of Monopoly. Very good. Oh, we watched Jurassic Park 3. That's the one with the 3 dino slashes and the pterodon. What is it? The bird. Anyway, when we're watching that, there's actually a Jurassic Park arcade game in the background of one of the scenes. It's amazing. Four Tango says my favorite is the Star Trek table. That's a good one. Is that the old Star Trek table? Because that one's cool. I like that one a lot. I like the little screen too, because you gotta fire at it at the top, the little LED lights. I love that one. Yeah, TNG is really fun too, says Tonda. Very good. All right, so we're gonna continue our exploration down the Pool of Radiance. This is the first one in the Gold Box games, 1988, and we are playing on DOS. And also, I am doing this on the Mr. FPGA using the AO46 core, and I am emulating a PC AT20 megahertz, so not to be too fast in clock speed. Tonda, have you ever used the other cores? Like, I've been meaning to check out. So I've got, right now I'm using the AO46, right? That's my go-to, because most of the games we talk about typically are 46 and faster. Every once in a while we'll pop back and do some older stuff, even older than that. But have you ever looked at the other cores in here? Like, I think there's, what is this? There's the 808001. I'm not going to do that probably, but the PC XT. I've got that. Oh, did I just load the core up? I just lost my game, didn't I? Oh, Tonda says I did a bit of the Specky before. Oh, have you seen my Spectrum? And the X68000 is amazing. Very good. So have you ever messed with this one, the PC XT? As long as I've blown my game, I might as well go ahead and look at this one, right? It also does Tandy, I believe. And I don't know if I have all the stuff right for this. So I've got the PC Junior. Okay. I just wasn't sure about this one. But I thought it was probably closer to what I was looking for, as far as being very specific. Because, I mean, this is like spot on to kind of what I would need, like a 9.5 megahertz processor. This seemed like it was more appropriate to what I was wanting to do this week. But I'm so much more familiar with the AO46. Plus, there's also the Amiga version of this. Do I have that one? Wasn't there an Amiga version of Pool of Radiance? Let's take a look. I really love the Amiga core. I think I put it in my favorites, didn't I? I think I did. Was it the 500 or the 500? Let me take a look. I think I've added it to my favorites. Let's just do a reboot here. How did you play Pool of Radiance, dear chatters and listeners? Did you play Pool of Radiance? And if you did you play it on did you play the MS-DOS version, the Commodore 64 version? How are you gold boxing back in the day? And like I said, I believe the Amiga version, I guess I don't have the Amiga version favorited. Shame on me, but I'm going to go with the first one. I'm going to go with the first core. Let's see if this is the one that I'm thinking of. It's the one I'm thinking of. 1496 by 270. What kind of ratio is that? Oh, it's thinking about it. There it is. Special hardware, all games by year. Let's see. Pool of Radiance. Ooh, there's some pinball. Let's just play some pinball. Boy, don't play that. What is that? Playhouse Strip Poker. Jeez. They'll put anything on here. Pool of Radiance and Darkness. There you go. Let's see how the Amiga version looked. Thanks for the hip. Did I say thanks for the helpful? For the image disk. Restart game. All right. Tonda says I haven't played any gold box stuff, but I did pick them up for free from the Prime Giving. Dang it, everybody did it except for me apparently. Graftark, what is up? How's your Sunday Monday going? Says Tandy 1000 was my personal first computer, like in my room and stuff. Hand me down from Dad. Love that machine. No hard drive, just the 5 1/4 in floppy drives. Yeah, there you go. And a 2400 baud modem I bought at a computer fair. Nice. Shay says play retro after dark. We need to do that, right? That's the thing. Asher says I used to sneak out in the middle of the night and play strip poker on the Commodore 64. Never got caught, or at least they never totally caught me. Still available for a while. What? How do I make use of that? Somebody tell me how to do it. I've got Amazon Prime. What do I do? What do I do? Graftark says, going well. Been a good holiday time around here. Very good. All right, so we got to use the translation wheel to decipher the code word. Oh, do we have a mouse in this one? Wait a minute. Where's my mouse at? Did I unplug the mouse? Let me see if I got mouse action on here. How good would that be? Is this mouse plugged into anything? Am I just... Oh, you know what? That's the other mouse. It's the other mouse. Hold on a second. Let's get switched over. Go to the Prime Gaming page and claim them. I don't even know where the Prime claiming page is. You get the good old game codes. What? All right. So let's see here. Let's get to this so that I can get my mouse out without leaning into the camera. And then I'm going to go and claim these Amazon Prime things. Come on, really? How did I even miss out? That is a bunch of hoobastank. All right, what does it say? Link Prime to Twitch. Have I not done that? Maybe I haven't. Oh, you know what? You guys might have to walk me through that. I don't know if I did. So for the longest time, I was a family member on another Prime account. And then the last 2 months, they ended theirs, so I had to start one. So I don't think I've done that. So I've been doing the thing that I'm always saying, hey, why don't you? I've been not doing that thing where I go, hey, why don't you give a Prime sub? And shame on me. Yeah, Amazon Prime is the best $9 I spend a month. Free shipping, 1 free Twitch sub, and free games galore. Tondagosa says here, okay. Oh, it's a Luna thing. Interesting. All right. Let me get my mouse plugged in. Almost back. Then I can start showing the default screen again instead of... There we go. Guys didn't think you want to look at my head the whole time. Oh, wait a minute. Where's it? Oh, there it is. Ha 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 ha. Got my mouse. I need a ball mouse. I don't really need a ball mouse. But I should probably get a ball mouse. Ball to mouse to mouse. Diggy diggy. All right. Let me thread this through. Let me thread it. You threading it, Brian? I'm threading it. All right. Now I got no mouse movement here. Okay, so I went to Luna Claims. I'm logged in there. All right, what do I need to do? Oh, here it is. Gold Box Games here. It was showing the things. Spleenholen, what does that mean? Does that mean, oh, I got the wrong language. Why did it go there? Why did it Dutch me up? All right. Oh, so we got, okay, so let's take a look here. Let's, For those who don't know, if you have Amazon Prime, right? And let's see here. My source is this maybe? Why is it not? Oh, I see why, because it's below it, right? Maybe not. Oh, wait, what? What? Why is it not? Nope. Nope. Well, that's weird. Welcome to... Oh, that's another one. That one doesn't exist. Nope. Huh. I wonder why it's not showing it on the screen. I bet I know why. Burp, burp. Sometimes it needs fiddling. There it is. All right. There we go. So like those guys said, if you go to the luna.amazon.com and then claims in the home, you get this little section here and you get a game. Hopefully it won't show any information you guys don't need to see. Oh, my game code. Come on now. Stop being so... Now, don't claim that. Give me a second. Claim code. All right. Dope. Redeemed it. Too late. You can't has. But that's collection 3. Does it have the other collections as well? Let me see. You collected on December 28th. Claim code. Where's the other ones? Collection 3. I definitely got 3. Let's see. Do they have the other one still? Collection 1. Oh my God. You guys are making my day. You guys are making my day. Claim code. Now I've got 1 and 3. Holy smackaronis. And then I just need the second one, which is the one that I actually really need. 3 and 2 and 1. And there you go. All right. Get that game. Have 17 days, it says, left. So do that, but don't share your game code with the internet like I did. Oh. Thank you for giving me the code. Amazon. Get unlimited. Due to high demand, your game might take a little longer to appear in your own game section, but don't worry. It'll be there shortly. Okay, that worried me. That worried me. If I got to reload, I suppose. I don't know. All right, look at that. Overload, yes. Oh, that's also an Amazon Prime? Dadgummit. All right, I got to get back on to playing games. I could do this all night. All right. Interesting. I wonder why this is such a different aspect ratio than the other one. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, I gotta decipher the code wheel here. So let's get our wheel out. Wheel of Fortune. So we need a princess crown. So let's see where the princess crown is. I see boobs. Is that the princess crown right there? I think that is the princess crown. And we need the elven for Frank. You've got to get the Frank over here. That's this shape right here, and that's the backwards. Is it this one? Let me take a look here. It kind of looks like that one. Okay, so I think it's that one. I recognize these runes from Lord of the Rings, by the way. That's what these look like. So I need to go Princess Frank, and then it says we need the, it looks like we need the ... path, which is going to be Zardoz. It's going to be zombie. Oh, zombie's the password. Look at that. Zombie. Zombie. All right, so let's give the Amiga what it wants. Asher says they always say that it appears instantly, so I'm in so good. Zombie. Am I not spelling that right? Zombie. Do I not need the whole word? Oh, looks like I liked it. Good enough. Time to go, so go get some food, man. Appreciate you. Man, the Amiga version is it's killing it. Wonder what year this one came out. Yeah, much better. Ooh, look at the guy. He's all like, what's up? Doom, doom. Doom, doom. All right, right, let's see if we can adjust the aspect ratio here. Oh, the TV standards, pow, no wonder. First of all, let's do that. Scan doubler, no. Aspect ratio, let's go with the original so we can see things. Video area by blank plus. Wonder what that means. I don't know. Pixel clock, 28 megahertz, scaling normal, blah, blah, blah. All that looks fine and dandy. Got our Paula output. That works. All right, and let's... Oh, you know what I wanted to do, though? I wanted to save my settings here. Save configuration. Oh, okay, so... Ooh, I don't want to mess that up. Let's go down here and save it here. That way, it looks like I've already done it one time before, so it's that one. Okay. Wonder what the difference is. Don't know. Don't know. All right. So, no music here. Choose a function. Look at us pointing and clicking, create new characters, add character. Let's see what there's a load path for return equals pool save. Let's see what just happens. Okay, and there is a game here. There is a previous. It's like, so here we go. So we got our own, here we got Garwan, Stonebeard. That is a killer name. That is a kick-ass name. Stonebeard. I like it. Goldleaf, Lauren. Is that only the lonely? Is that Unley or Conley? Conley, I think. And is that Nelcar? Always, the fonts are not the greatest on all of these. Not the greatest. All right. So this starts us. Are we in the city still? Are we in the old city? It looks like we could enter into the old city. We're actually, I believe, in the wilderness, if I'm not mistaken. And then if we move forward, you have entered the monster-crawling slums of Flan. Shall ugly things scurry from beneath your feet? In the distance, an alarm sounds. The race says, before Tickle says, OnlyFans. And the race says, alt name for FF thing? Yeah, do it. The Fantastic Four, Stonebeard. Can he grow a beard? Can the thing grow a beard? Unsure. All right, here we go, walking. So that intro music was amazing, but it sounds like we just got the regular old music here. Let's see, the audio and video, stereo mix, 50%. Does that mean it could be louder? Unsure. Sounds about the same. I probably can crank it up a little bit over here on the OB to the S. All right, we got some. Oh, the orcs are looking a little nice. Oh, so you are being approached by some angry orcs. Now, interesting. In the other one, they were much closer. Does this mean I get a chance to flee or advance? Okay, combat, advance. So the first one was just like, hey, they're on you, man. They are on you and doing stuff. All right. Let's advance. Let's see what happens. You are being approached by some angry orcs, so we can wait for them to approach. So we have a couple of turns, right? We could flee. Let's advance further. There we go. Oh, he is very stabby. Oh, he is very stabby. Look at this guy. Very stabby. Angry orc sounds like a craft beer. Too stabby. Too stabby is what I would say. You're being approached by some angry orcs. Can I click on his face? Like, can I do that? Let's see if we can talk some sense. And there's some great animation. Let's see if we can just talk some sense into an orc. Let's just see if we can parlay. And they say, no thank you. We would like to battle, sir. So already I'm loving the fact that they've given the different characters on the default save file options, right? I think this was released a couple of years after the DOS versions. This looks like a definite upgrade, which is not a surprise. The Amiga, a very capable machine. So I'm going to look at Moby Games just real quick to see how much in the future this was released. So Moby Games, love mobygames.com, by the way. That is MOBY, in case my English no good. But well, Pool of Radiance is what we're looking for. We are playing Pool of Radiance tonight. Gold Boss Games for this week's Play Retro Show. And let's see, Pool of Radiance. It says originally released for DOS in 1988 as well as the Commodore 64. Apple II will receive it in 1989 as well as the Macintosh, the PC 88. And then in 1990, we would get the first Amiga version. So almost 2 years later, a little time to improve the game engine. These games were, I think all these had this same game engine. Stab him in the face, says Forte Girl. Angry Orchard says sour beer and Angry Orchard hard cider. Nearest names that show up on Untapped. Very good. Seems like a missed opportunity for a brewery though, says Shay. Absolutely. All right, love Angry Orchard. Excellent cider. All right. So we got our wizard guy back here. We got a varied look at the characters. He has the ability. Let's take a look to see what he's got here. Oh, I love his character. Look at that. That is awesome. I love the look of his character, right? Quarterstaff. So he's got a weapons quarterstaff. So he's got some spells as well. He's got some sleep spells. We could put somebody to sleep if we wanted to, I suppose. But let's be honest, this is the first time I played the Amiga version, so we're going to let the computer quick roll it for us to see what the computer thinks is the proper move. Okay, so he shoots out. Is that asleep? Was he shooting asleep? I'm assuming it looked like an arrow, or did it skip over to the next character? Unsure. So let's quick do this. Old bald pixel guy is doing that. We're gonna do another. Oh my. Alt universe, Brian says Tonda. Oh no, we're taking these orcs to task. Crowsy, what is up? Hope you're having a good one. Let's do another quick. Oh yeah, look at that. She's killing it. Another quick. Are those stones that are in her way, or is that like dropped loot? That one guy looks like he's transparent because his colors. He's picked the ground color. He's the color of ground. Oh, did you miss again? That guy didn't. Till it. Love it. They're gone. They're out. I don't know my guys up there. Oh, look at that. We bit it. We did our first Amiga battle. So we've covered the Commodore 64 version, the MS-DOS version, because it is DOScember, wrapping up this week, right? No more DOS games for me after Tuesday, right? I think that's New Year's Eve. So 2026, what are we kicking off on in 2026? Is it going to be Amiga January? Commodore January, maybe? No more. Continue. The party has won, and each character receives 16 experience points. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, I like the treasure screen, too. That is some nice treasure. Well, we got a lamp in there. We got a sparkly sword. Looks like some type of big, chunky emerald necklace on silver. Everything is gold except for that. Is that maybe it's platinum, maybe? Got some gold coins in there. Got a scroll of some sort, maybe? All right. So we're going to share it. We could pull it, share it, or just take it. We don't want Garwin to take everything, so we're going to... Ooh, Gold Leaf is in bad shape. Oh, no. Might do some healing here. Look, he looks like he's a pretty cool dude, right? He's pretty cool. All right, we could rename him. I don't want to do that. I want to see what Stonebeard has to say. Let's take a look at Stonebeard. Oh. I see why his name's Stonebeard now. Look at that guy. Yeah, Dan Anderdan, what's going on? There's Jankuary happening. What is Jankuary? What is that, Tonda? There's Jankuary happening next month. Was it like Janky Games? All right, look at Stonebeard. He is cool. He's down to the red though. I don't like that. Does he have any potions in his bag here? He's got a long sword, a shield. All right. Exit out of that. Exit out of there, and let's see. I want to see Gold Leaf. What does Gold Leaf look like? Gold Leaf's got to be looking pretty rough right now, right? Oh. Look at him and his little pokey. I got you. You want some? I got some for you. Here you go. Who else wants some? He's a male elf, age 180. And the best he can do is that little thing. All right. Thank you for the follow, Gemini Knight. Now, is that an actual follow? My message stuff has been like for sometimes subscribes. Yes, thank you, Gemini Knight. Thank you so much for the follow. Love that. Oh man, 100 T's chaotic neutral. I can believe that. But jank can happen all year round, says the Wraith. You're right. Gemini says, I'm real. I exist. Tonda says, for example, for January, I played Jurassic Park Trespasser for January last year. Okay. That sounds interesting. Gemini Knight says, I was lurking Tonda and apparently ended up here in your smooth voice and Amiga Love Soul. Be very good. Welcome in. We love Tonda. So I appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. And the compliments. Let's see. Let's take a look to see what items our 180-year-old male elf. What's he collected? A broadsword, leather art. That's not a broadsword. I saw his photo. That must be his high school photo, right? Well, it's good to have you here as well. But yeah, that's got to be his high school photo. Let's see if we can get out of here, and let's see who is our magic caster here. I think Lauren was our magic caster. Let's see if she can. Nope, I'm wrong. She's a cleric, a very angry cleric apparently. So let's get out of that. Is Conley our guy? Let's see here. Oh, I love this guy too. He's a crusader for sure. He's got his mace going on. All right, Melkar. Look at this. Right, Tonda? And not much of a his IMDb photo from his first movie. Gotta be. All right, let's view this one. There we go. There's a wizard if I've ever seen one. Melkar. Is it Melkar or Nelkar? It looks like Mel. It's Mel. It's definitely Melkar. So let's see what kind of spells my guy got. He just got some sleep. Are you hurting? Are you damaged? Here, let me help you sleep. There you go. All right. So I don't know. So probably the best bet is, let's see. It's 5:57 in the morning. I think that's a good time to encamp. Have one battle. Almost lose Goldleaf, the stabby elf. So yeah, party makes camp. Let's do a rest. Let's see if we don't get interrupted. Let's just take a short rest. What do you think? Love this music. Tonda says I could have used Melkar's spell 2 nights ago. Hilarious. Listen to that. That is pumping and bumping. Yeah, I like that. All right, we're gonna rest hours. We're gonna rest for. Let's do something safe. Let's give it. Oh, let's see. How do we adjust that? Okay, up and down. All right. It's a short rest. Let's try 4 hours. Let's see if we can get away with 4 hours right here in the monster territory, or if they will like. Oh yeah, we got woke up. We got woke up. So no rest there. It sounds like it's from Lady Hawk. That's a great example. I need to get the VHS out. We need to watch. We need like Lady Hawk Day, where we just like we hang out in the Discord server and watch Lady Hawk. And maybe Highlander. We'll see. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. You guys named the day. Let's do it. Shank, what's up, my friend? What's up, Shank Buster? What's going on? I surprised. Okay, well, we want to combat them then immediately. Makes me laugh every time. I should have advanced. I surprised them, and I was hoping that would give me the first attack. It still gives me the first attack, it looks like. And is it because I ended my last turn with a quick that the follow-up goes to a quick? I love the fast feet noise. It's hilarious. Shank, how's your Sunday Monday going, man? How's it going? Chop, chop. Oh, so good. We got so much. It's been a real retro Christmas, my friend. Right. This phrase says those characters clearly have had their morning coffee. Do. Still just hanging back there, right? Magic Man. All right, we did it. That was easy enough. Garwas. Oh, wow. Everybody is in real trouble. Got some real trouble now. Look at this. We probably need to like leave and maybe take a rest or something. That would probably be the safest bet. So we're going to share our loot here. And then we're going to exit out of that. Very good. So I think I'm getting a pretty good idea. I've downloaded or have claimed, if you're watching this and you're an Amazon Prime user, They are giving away, Good Old Games is giving away game codes through Amazon Prime. You can collect the first 3 of the gold box collections, and we're playing one of the games, Pool of Radiance, from the first collection. And it comes in through DOSBox, which is good because these are clock sensitive, meaning that if a faster speed processor would not work well. These are some really old DOS video games in Commodore and Apple and Amiga. But yeah, him died. Rip, you're right. He is down to 0. I didn't even notice Conley was actually completely dead. Now, this is the type of game where he's dead, but he's not removed from the rosters because he can be recovered. There is a possibility he could be recovered. So he's just mostly dead. He's mostly dead. But he's got some true love, so it's good. It's good. Weekend at Bernie's that effort. He's undead. He's not completely dead. He's mostly dead. He's mostly dead. We're still gonna carry his body around with us until we could possibly get back to town and maybe have someone cast a resurrection spell on him. Right. So it's all good. Don't count Conley out yet. Don't count him out yet. Right. Now, one of the things that's important is if you do need to encamp, like if you want to save. So we're going to actually save where we're at, and we can save these different slots. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So we're going to do B because, oh, interesting. So I'm not sure if this Amiga core is having trouble or whatnot, but we may have just lost out on that part. That's fine. It's still got the original in there. And we're playing this through the Mega AGS 2020X core on the Mr. FPGA, by the way. But yeah, collect your Pool of Radiance games in the second collection, if you will. So we got an ad starting here in about 2 minutes. And we don't want that over there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at our friends who are online, and currently not a single friend, not Coverville, not That Girl Joey, Tonda rated in on us, Past the Plunger is not online, Scott's not online, Jammy Whammy Games is not online, Atari Beer Pong is not online. None of our typical friends are online. Now, we do see that Good Old Games is online, of course. Are they playing anything that would be relevant to what we do?
Why don't you punch me in the face?
Why don't you punch me in the... Let's turn that down so that we don't get a copyright hit because of an ad. Wouldn't that be stupid? Medieval 2 Total War. Dizzy Plays is back with Medieval 2, so that's not bad, right? Just in time for the sign-off, says Captain Kipper. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, to get some more of our gold box games on. I've got to at least cover 2 more, but I think the foundation in Pool of Radiance was super important to get under control because I think the rest of them are iteration story points, but for the most part use the same game engine. So we'll have to look at some of the quality of life improvements from there. But we are going to probably raid in on Good Old Games here just in a second. I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. Thank you so much to Tondagosa for giving us that raid. Let's see here. Following in, let's see, Good Old Games. I got to do better with our groups here. I got to do better. I gotta group up better. All right, so I'm going to start the raid on Good Old Games because Dizzy Plays is playing over there. Medieval 2, some good stuff. So we'll do that. Captain Kipper saying, no, absolutely not. Do it back tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time for some more, maybe a little bit of Pool of Radiance, and then we're going to check in on the other ones and that. If you haven't already picked up the Amazon Good Old Games, go ahead and do that, or you can get it on Steam if you're just that way about it. You can be that way about it. $3.99 on Steam right now for the collections, I believe. I was reading a book on the couch. That is the way to do it. I got Dungeon Crawler Carl book 5 in the hardback for Christmas. I have 1 and 2, and now I got to pick up 3 and 4 because they got me 5. They probably thought I would pick up 3 and 4, but I didn't. So they did that. So that was good. I was reading book 6. I'm on the audiobooks. Yeah, so I'm on the audiobooks. So I'm trying to do that. Yeah. I'm on book 5. The Eye of the Bedlam Bride. Very good. So you're doing, Tanda says I'm on a Dragonlance book, number 1. Nice. Yeah, I'm doing the audiobooks right now, but I'm also going back and reading some as well, physically. Oh, yeah, the TV show is going to be great. Asher says I bought the first one on Audible thanks to Amy. Very good. Very good. Before Tank Girl and my boss and several other people are the reasons why I had to pick that up. Yeah. All right, we're raiding. Let's do it. Raiding in.